It's a special moment, for me myself. And if you look at the previous season of Orlando Pirates, it always has been in the final. And for the team, we've been working hard, for for this to have another second final. So I'm very happy.
How easy was it adapting to this club? It's obviously very different even to Ajax or wherever you experience. Um, so it looks like you feel like you belong already in such a short space of time.
Um, your question, there's a lot of work still to be done, Um, Obviously, there have been improvement in the team, of all the players they signed. And for me, it's just that continue doing my job, and also with the players that they have, the quality they have in the team, it also helped me as a person. And as you can see, I'm not the only one who's improving. There's a lot of players who's improving, but the number of quality that we have in the team.
And speaking about improving, how does it happen? What's the makeup of a player improving at this club? How does that happen? Can you just maybe explain that in detail?
No, I think with the quality of the players, um, the club have got in depth, and as you can see, so like mention names like Relay, Spola, Moremi, so it's already a step for us that came here knew that we already gonna deal with the quality that's in the team already. So it's just for you to adapt to the style of play, and then eventually you would improve.
In 2023, you were one of the players that were like emerging talents in the AFCON squad. You only played like what, 10, 12 minutes against Congo. But how important was that for your career trajectory, and like what advice would you give the other young kids like Chandra and Thailand who's probably going to take the same role as you now?
Obviously, going to AFCON at the time I was in 2023, and sitting on the bench, you always wanted to play, but you knew that we just came into the national team, and I always there motivating the other players. When I got my minutes, I was super happy, because it's also one of a big tournament in Africa. And my advice to Sandra and Smith is, they will get the opportunity, and just have to be patient.
Uh, um, Oswin, before you came to Pirates, there were reports and rumors of Sundowns, Chiefs, and then eventually you came to Pirates. What could you say of your decision? Okay, he says you should not answer, so let's leave it.
Uh, There's been your performance has always been spectacular. You're still in the national team, probably one of the first names on the 11 now. There's even talks of football of the season amongst social media, amongst fans. Is that something that's giving you confidence? Is it something that excites you?
No, my job always has been, helping the team, and scoring goals. The other things I don't focus on that. My job is to do well, help the team to win, and that's what I'm focusing on.
Ozzy, maybe can you just tell us about your relationship with Spola? Because I read somewhere that when he was speaking to the chairman about coming here, you are specifically a player that he asked to come if he comes.
Yes, yes, it did. It happened. He did tell the chairman that, but we came back then from Super Sport already. Created a small bond, and even when I went to Polokwane, he always checked up on me, seeing if I'm okay. And yeah,
And maybe just expanding on, he's such a character, Sipombule. How do you guys handle him? Are you also now? I know you played with him at Supersport United, but what is he as a human being away from the pitch? Because we see a lot of funny moments on the pitch. How would you describe him as a teammate and as a footballer?
no, it's always been funny, and there's something that people don't know about him. He like playing FIFA, so that's one thing I've always been playing FIFA. So the character you see, he's always been having it.
You whack him.
Sometimes.
And now going to AFCON together, I think from like a Super Sport United, and now you'll be going to the AFCON together. Do you guys like sit back and like think about those moments? Did you guys think it would get this good for you guys?
Um, Obviously not, but I think as a player, especially for Spola also, I think the more you put in hard work, eventually you'll get rewarded, and that is something that has been happening now. So I'm happy to see him, going to the team to AFCON.
Also, with the performances that you've been displaying, would you say that this is your best performance, or are we still going to see the best of Oswin moving forward?
Um, every player has that thing of wanting to do more, improving. So that's my goal, So to improve and to work hard, and yeah.
Talking about the Super Sport story, there's a number of players in this current squad who came through the Super Sport Academy. And I mean, we all know what Super Sport did in terms of producing players. Having been through that system, is it said that the club is no longer does not exist anymore?
I can only speak for for the talent that the team Super Sport has created. I think it's a lot. It's not only players that's today with Pirates. I think that other clubs also, and some of them is with the national team also. So for the other question, no comment.